Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into a world where exquisite craftsmanship isn't just admired, it's really defined.
Absolutely.
Our mission is to unpack the details behind the new Moritz Grossmann GMT models. We're aiming to reveal this fascinating blend of, traditional German handcraft and a really vibrant modern twist.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's unpack this. Diving into excerpts from Moritz Grossmann GMT Guilloché dials in vivid hues.
It's a perfect example, isn't it? A brand truly upholding its core identity. They call it Schönstes deutsches Handwerk, the most beautiful German craftsmanship.
Right.
And that's not just a slogan. It signifies a deep commitment to traditional techniques. Techniques that ensure not just stunning beauty, but also, incredible durability and repairability for generations.
And what's the most striking change then in these 2025 GMT models compared to maybe their earlier designs? Is it purely the color or is there something more going on?
Oh, it's definitely more than just the color, though. That's obviously the first thing you notice. The source material points out a really stark shift from the, let's say, more sober Argenté and Champagne dials they had back in 2019
Ah, yes, I remember those.
to these really eye-catching green and orange dials. But what's truly fascinating is the hand guilloché work itself, how it's done.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. That delicate wave pattern, it sounds incredibly complex to pull off. Can you sort of walk us through the steps involved?
Absolutely. So the guilloché is handmade. They use a rose lathe machine.
A rose lathe, manually operated, right?
Exactly. A specialized, manually operated machine that meticulously engraves these incredibly precise, repetitive patterns onto the dial. It demands immense skill just to get that consistent depth and spacing.
Wow. I can almost picture the artisan there, the patience, the steady hand. That's really
Yeah.
something else. So, okay, the pattern's engraved on the solid silver dial. What happens next to get that amazing visual pop?
Right. So once it's engraved, the dial gets diamond polished, gives it a high gloss,
Yeah.
and then those matte green or bright orange coatings are applied. And this whole process, it creates this dynamic interplay of subtle, ever-changing shades when light hits the ripples.
Almost alive, in a way.
Kind of, yeah. Similar, actually, to the striking turquoise guilloché dial they've used on their date watch.
And it seems like a clever design choice, too, letting that guilloché really be the star, using dots on the flange for hours and minutes instead of big applied markers covering it up.
Exactly. It lets the artistry breathe.
But how do they balance that artistry with, practical functionality? Is it just beautiful or is it also smart?
That's a great question, because what's fascinating here is how seamlessly they integrate the practicality. You've got the classic lance-shaped hands, blue for the green dial, polished steel for the orange, showing local time.
Okay.
And there's a small seconds counter down at 6 o'clock. Pretty standard layout there.
And the home time, where does that fit in?
That's cleverly done. It's on the peripheral flange. Uses a 24-hour scale and this revolving arrow-shaped pointer.
Okay, I see. And the crown at 10 o'clock, that's unusual. What does that do?
That adjusts the arrow indicator, the home time pointer,
Ah,
in hourly steps, both forwards and backwards. And crucially, it does this without messing with the main hour and minute hands.
that kind of independent adjustment, does that pose a particular engineering challenge, getting it smooth?
Oh, certainly. It requires really precise engineering to make sure it operates smoothly and independently. It's a real testament to their focus on user-friendliness alongside complex mechanics.
Right.
Now, for setting the time with real precision, there's a second pusher down at 4 o'clock.
Okay, what's special about that?
Get this. When you pull out the main crown to set the time, it actually springs back automatically.
It brings back.
Oh, yeah. And that activates a stop seconds mechanism, so you
Right.
can nail the time perfectly. Then, once you're set, you press that pusher at 4 o'clock.
And that does what?
It reactivates the movement, gets the seconds hand running again, and resets the crown back to winding mode.
Huh. That's a pretty unique system. So what are the benefits? Seems quite involved.
Well, there's several key advantages. First, it helps prevent dust getting into the case when the crown's pulled out.
Ah, makes sense.
It also minimizes wear and tear on the keyless works, those important bits for setting and winding. And, maybe most importantly for accuracy, it stops you accidentally moving the hands when you push the crown back in.
So it's all about protecting the movement and ensuring long-term reliability. Clever.
Exactly. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, well, the real heart of this whole thing is the movement itself. The in-house manual winding caliber 100.8, it's undeniably the pinnacle of their craftsmanship.
You can really see that dedication in the finishes, can't you? What are some of the details you notice looking through the sapphire case back?
Oh, absolutely. You'll find their signature 23 plate, which is made from German silver. It's
Yeah.
got that thick glassite ribbing, that distinctive wave pattern.
Which isn't just decorative, right? It adds rigidity.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And then you have the hand-engraved inscriptions. Just beautiful work.
It really is those little details that tell the story.
Totally. And it goes further. Look at the 3-band snailing on the ratchet wheel. The raised gold chatons, those little sleeves holding the jewels.
Okay.
And they're holding white sapphire jewels, secured by these hand-annealed mauve screws. That specific purplish color of the screws. That comes from very careful heat treatment. It's a really artisanal touch you don't see often.
Amazing. And performance-wise?
All this works together to deliver performance at 18,000 vibrations per hour, and you get a 42-hour power reserve. Solid, reliable performance matching the aesthetics.
So, with all this incredible handwork, the guilloché, the movement finishing, the clever mechanics, it really points towards these being quite rare, doesn't it? How limited are we talking?
We are talking very limited. These are true collector's pieces. Just 8 pieces in each color, green and orange.
Only 8 each. Wow.
Yeah.
And that exclusivity, combined with this artistry and the innovative features we've discussed, it carries a retail price of EUR 52,800. It's just an incredible package, isn't it? This blend of artistry, the smart features, and that extreme exclusivity. It really shows Moritz Grossmann's unique take traditional German craft, but with this vibrant modern design and clever functionality.
It really does. And, this deep dive, it kind of raises an important question, I think, for you listening.
Yeah.
How does seeing this level of dedication, this intricate limited edition handmade precision in something like a watch, influence how you appreciate skill and artistry in other parts of your life?
Yeah.
Maybe things you encounter every day.
That's a great thought. Something to definitely mull over as you reflect on the sort of lasting value of these truly unique creations.